someone else. You got me talking in my sleep. I don't wanna come back down. I don't wanna touch the ground. Pacific Ocean dug so deep.
Hypnotic, taking over.
Oh god, I'm so excited. Okay, so I forgot to take my clip out. Hold on. Okay, hi, sorry. That was actually legitimately bothering me because it was like hurting part of my hair and it felt weird. I'm gonna sit crisscross and be comfortable. So I'm going to be doing my
top 5
favorite tropes. For me, I am really excited to do this because I saw a lot of other booktubers do it.
I love the following tropes.
So we're going to go ahead and start with number 1. That makes no sense. Number 5. There we go. Number 5, coming in strong at number 5 is the training. That's right. The training / I guess makeover of a character. You know how the main protagonist will realize something about themselves and be like, oh man, I actually have to start training now and getting my shit together. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. I love it so much. I love when, you know, they realize something and they start, you know, getting really intense about it and they're like, that's it. I gotta do some physical training so that I can conquer whatever it is that needs conquering. Huh. One that I could think of is Tris from Divergent by Veronica Roth. Everybody kind of knows this one as, oh, she's a kind of plain Jane nobody. And then goes through this wonderful transformation. I'm Divergent. I can kick your sorry butt. I personally love that. I don't know. I love seeing these transformations. I love seeing these characters grow. All right. So coming in hot, number 4 is the prophecy. I love the prophecy. I don't know why. It's my, like, obsession. I'll be reading these books, and by, like, page 30, you find out, holy smokes of s'mores, the main protagonist is part of this bigger plan that you didn't even see happening. Like, all these books, all of them have these, like, prophecies, and I can't get enough of them. And I know, it's, like, typical. It's like, oh, but, you know, it's so boring. I just personally love the prophecy. It just makes me really happy, and I get excited. So, coming in number 3, it's the strong female protagonist. I love a strong girl. I'm not talking about physically strong, where, I mean, she could be physically strong, and that's not a problem. I mean, that's cool. It's badass. It's stuff I can't do. I mean, I'm not physically strong at all. But I'm talking about mentally strong. A girl who's, you know, adamant about her values and opinions and, you know, stuff along those lines. I'm really, because one of the tropes that I hate is when I see this, like, sad, you know, pathetic girl who's just like, oh, you know, you punched me, or, oh, you know, my arm's cut and I'm bleeding a little bit. They're so weak and sad, and you just feel sorry for them. And unless if you're reading a book where the main protagonist is supposed to be quiet and reserved for reasons that the author will later divulge, I don't like those. I mean, they make me sad because I'm just like, hey, I'm not like that. If you tell me that you don't like my sweater with the anchor, I'm going to respond with, cool. But I do. So, I don't know. But I read all these books and they're just like, you don't like my sweater with the anchor on it? And then they, like, go home and then they cry. I'm sorry. Okay. So I love the strong character. I love the girl who's willing to stand up for what she believes in. I like the color blue. No one's going to tell me otherwise. Okay, so we're down to 2 and 1. 2 is a very big deal to me because it almost kind of comes very close to number 1. I love number 2 so freaking much, and anytime I come across it in a book, it's like, that's it, bam, I'm buying it, I'm out of the bookstore. And that is the bad boy. Coming in at number 2. Oh god. Oh my god. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love the bad boy guy. And this needs to be done right, though. So I'm not talking about this brooding guy who's like, I hate my life. Nobody can mess with me. I hate that. It's like, who are you? I just want to slap you. So what I end up doing is I end up throwing the book across the room saying, who the hell told me to read this, huh? I'm coming for you. I love the bad boy guy who is like a jerk. He thinks he's like he doesn't notice that girls think he's attractive because most of the time this guy's attractive. Not to say that I'm shallow and only love attractive men. I like to fantasize about this really, like, perfect guy since I don't have that perfect guy. So I look to books and I start reading about this perfect guy like Jace from City of Bones. I'm sorry. It's very hard to read that book and not fall in love with him. Or Elias from An Ember in the Ashes. I made a review video on that and you guys should check it out so you can see how much I love Elias. And I don't know, if you read these books and say you're not in love with this character, then you are so much stronger than me because I completely fall prey to these things. So the bad boy guy who's a jerk sometimes, he doesn't notice that girls think he's attractive, he is really sarcastic. I love sarcasm so much. I like live through sarcasm. And then he has something, like he's got this weird past that we don't know about, and you know, stuff like that, where he had issues with his parents, he had issues as a child, he was abandoned, his parents died, his siblings gone, I don't know, his girlfriend, I don't know, something that changed him. I dig it so much. Oh god. My number 2, the bad boy, usually leads to number 1, which is the, drum roll please, coming in hot, number 1, the frenemy to lovers. That's right, people. Typical and basic AF. I love reading a story where I see like these two people and they hate each other so much. Why do they hate each other? I don't freaking know. They have family issues, or, you know, they just personally don't like each other's personalities. I don't know. But they hate each other, and something that really does a turnaround for this whole thing is they are forced to be together. That is right, people. They are forced. Like they have one shred. This little shred that puts them in common. That's it. That's the gold. You create that line, and then they're forced to go together everywhere. Just forced. They have to go on this journey where the training happens, and then you find out the prophecy, and she's a strong girl and he's a bad boy, and they don't like each other, and then they're lovers. There, you got all my 5 tropes. So freaking perfect. And the only people, for some reason, I read all these books that have these scenarios in them, but I can't, for the life of me, think of it. Except for my own damn book. This is becoming very problematic. It's the only thing I can think of right now, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. So, I wrote Will of Hope, and I talked about it in one of my other videos. It's really weird talking about your own book. But, oh my god, I obsess so much about Eleanor and Dustin, because they have this so hardcore. They definitely have number 1 and number 2 so hardcore. Low-key obsessed with my own characters. Like, I love them so much. They are one of my top 5 OTPs. Something about them, I just love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Comment below. Let me know. Do my top 5 favorite tropes replicate your top 5 favorite tropes? Or am I missing some tropes that you completely can't live without? So stay tuned for my top 5 worst tropes, because yeah, even though a lot of people do it, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna find a way to make it where I only choose 5 out of a million and make it good. Subscribe, like, comment, you know, do your thing. And it was really nice talking to a camera that's talking to you.